Josh, the third quarter spurt. You guys come out of the locker room and it's bang, bang. I mean, I know you got a turnover to help you from the defense, but what kind of triggered that sudden spurt of offensive football that's stuck in the end zone?
Yeah, just executing, getting to stuff that we know. Found a way to get it done. You know, they're not all pretty, and we can say that we, you know, didn't play great, but at the end of the day, we had over 400 yards of offense. I thought our run game did well. You know, Devin was over 100. Jimbo was right there. Defense played pretty well. Given the conditions that we played into, there's no excuse. But typically when you get wind and the gust, that's probably the hardest part to play in is the gust, because you don't know when it's going to flare up. You don't know what direction really it's going to go. But I thought our guys did a good job of catching the ball. Obviously, I want to get 14 more involved. You know, that's something I got to continue to do. And I'm just trying to make the smart play and throw it to the open guy, but not too many times that he's not open. So again, just finding ways to get him the ball, get him more involved in our offense, because he's the best receiver in the game.
3 straight division titles now. You'll say that all things are kind of created equal, but is this one a little bit extra just because it's part of the bucket list that you guys want to check off?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's the next progression in our goal. Obviously, playoffs, division title. We know what the next one is. So, got a couple more games to put our best foot forward and just try to go execute to the best of our ability.
How did things go up front with Bates? Snapping to you. I know Van Roden had to step in for a little bit, but just how the functionality of everything went up there.
Yeah, he batted his tail off to get back out there. I appreciate him for sticking through it and playing a little hurt. It's not easy to do, and going GVR, kicking over to the center, and getting Ike back involved, and it was good to see him back out there, given the road that he's been having. So proud of him for all the work that he's put in to be out there with us, and be able to give us another piece. And love that guy. He works his tail off. He really does. So I'm proud of him for doing that. But obviously Bates getting back in there, and I thought our O-line did an exceptional job today.
Josh, what was the toughest part about trying to throw today? Was it just the cold, or was it the wind?
Yeah, it's not so much the cold as it was the wind. Like I said, it just gusts. You don't know really where it's coming from. Sometimes the flags are blowing one way, the next they're blowing the opposite way. So again, just trying to find actually some of the shorter completions and being able to drive it obviously down the field deep. You're not going to have much success. Again, just kind of judging where the ball's going to land and where it's going. So just got to be better again, decision-wise. Obviously, that first interception wasn't great decision. And the second one, the wind just kind of was right in the face, and I didn't get the nose of the ball down. It just kind of sailed on our back there. So I can live with the second one. The first one, just a bad decision. I gotta find a way to, get it to our check down there and move on and live to fight another day.
I know you turn your back when you hand it off, but when you turn around and you still see one of your guys still running, just the way those guys were able to finish runs today.
It was awesome. It was awesome. They ran it so hard, and again, we've been hoping for a performance like that for a while, and to get our O-line going like that and opening holes, and they were super excited and happy about that. Obviously, like rush yards are stats for them too, and they take that to heart. So I thought our guys ran the ball extremely hard, got first downs when they needed to. I thought they were good out of the backfield in the pass game as well. I think that 3rd and 8 that Naeem had with the little spin move, that was one of the biggest plays of the game, in my opinion. Allowed us to get a first down there, and we scored on that possession. So proud of how our guys played today.
How much has James Cook progressed since training camp up until this point?
Yeah, he's progressed a lot. He's learned a lot, obviously. The speed of the game, it seems like it's coming more natural for him now. He's understanding, our concepts, what we're asking for him. And to have a little bit of a change of pace back that can hit a hole and really go, it's exciting. And again, he's just kind of quiet. He puts his head down. He works. He doesn't complain much. He's just happy to be making plays for us.
All right, Zoom, Grace.
All right,
Hey Josh, I know this is your first in the NFL, but you've been playing football for a long time. Have you ever remembered a year or a season where there has just been such an impact by whether it's moving in games, whether it's impacting travel, or whether it's just really inclement weather during the actual game itself?
Yeah, that's the nature of the business that we play in, especially up in Buffalo, and playing some of these northeastern teams. You're gonna have to deal with weather in late November, December, and January. So it is what it is at this point. You know, obviously, we wish we could be getting home tonight, obviously with Christmas tomorrow. But going to try to, you know, spend as much quality time with the guys as we can and try to take our minds off that, I guess. So we'll find ways to adjust and overcome that.
Knowing obviously you'd rather be home for the holiday, does this kind of stuff bring teams closer together, all the chaos that you've dealt with this year?
I definitely think so. And again, it's ways of adversity that you have to overcome, and it's a chance to get better and learn from it. If everything's peachy and roses, sometimes you don't learn that way. So to have some adversity hit, and again earlier in the season, you know, we're finding ways to win right now. I think it's a microcosm of our season. All the weather, travel, all that stuff. So things don't go your way. You gotta just move on and focus on the next thing that you can control.
Thanks, Jeff. Safe travels. Happy holidays.
Thank you, Matt.
Hey, Josh, just to follow up on something you had said in one of your previous comments about getting some stuff more involved. I mean, can you just take me into that a little bit? My team's obviously trying to take him away. Talk to me about how you respond to that and maybe this offense's ability to dictate to get him the football more frequently.
Yeah, like at the end of the day, right, we want to utilize all of our weapons. And, you know, when you throw it, we think we threw it 25 or 26 times, only completed 16 balls, so obviously we want to complete more. But you divvy that up between 4 or 5 guys. You know, I think Gabe had 3 catches, Dawson had 2 or 3, Diggs had 2, Motor had 2. Like, spreading the ball around is obviously when we're at our best. But you know, as many times I can target 14 and get him the ball, get him running, get him going, because he's such a special talent. We want the ball in his hands. It's no secret, you know, the type of player and person that he is. So, again, whether it's moving him around, you know, the last thing I want to do is force feed someone when it's not there. You know, I want to continue to try to find, you know, the right guy to throw it to. But being more detailed and, you know, scheming him up, whether it's at 1, 2, or 3, motioning him, getting off coverage. There's so many different ways that you can do that. And honestly, I'll talk with Doris and figure out how we can best do that moving forward. But at this time, I'm not panicking or freaking out about it. You know, he's had such a great year this year, and he's helped us get to this point right now. We wouldn't be where we're at without him. And I know sometimes games like this can be frustrating. Because he is so good and he wants the ball, and as a quarterback, I want to get him the ball. So, again, we'll learn from it, we'll move on from it, and you know, go from there.
Josh, thank you. Merry Christmas. Hope you guys get home real as soon as possible.
Thank you, Adam. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Mook. Appreciate you.
Hey, man, NFL record for most total touchdowns in the player's first 5 seasons. You break the Devin part, man. How special is it to break such a record, Devin?
I mean, to be mentioned in the same breath as him, that's pretty cool. At the end of the day, though, like, that's the least of, you know, what I want to do. You know, I gotta continue to find ways to be better for this team, and there's a couple times I didn't do that tonight. There's a few throws I wish I had back. So again, just learning and growing, trying to be the best quarterback, football player I can be for the Bills.
How much did the run game help the passing game out today?
It helped a lot. I mean, they relieved a lot of pressure, you know, skipping a lot of third downs. And yeah, when you can hand the ball off and, you know, tote the thing for 40, 50 yards and score touchdowns, that, you know, that makes everybody happy. I'm proud of our guys, our running backs, for running the way they did. It was good to see them get some results like that. They've been working their tails off all season long. Yeah, good to get those guys going. Thank you, guys. Nope. See you, Mook. Thank you. Appreciate it. Merry Christmas, guys.